Kashasha, Tanganyika, January 30th, 1962. 3 girls at a missionary boarding school began laughing. They could not stop. Within hours, 95 students had been overtaken by the same uncontrollable laughter, and crying, and fainting, and pain. The school closed. The students were sent home. The condition spread to their home villages. It spread to 2 more schools. Over the next 18 months, it spread across the region, affecting more than 1,000 people across 14 separate outbreaks before it finally collapsed. No pathogen was ever identified, no toxin, no shared meal, no contaminated water source, no environmental factor that could explain the propagation. The transmission vector was not biological. It was neurological. The emotional state had moved between human nervous systems the way a fire moves between structures, through proximity, through contact, through the specific and involuntary architecture of a brain that cannot observe another human being without partially becoming them. What happened in Kashasha in 1962 was not an anomaly. It was the extreme visible end of a process, running continuously in every interaction you have. The difference between that epidemic and what is happening in your nervous system right now is not the presence or absence of the mechanism. It is the intensity. In the next few minutes, I am going to show you the 3 layers of that mechanism: the discovery, the process, and the attribution error, ensuring you build your entire identity narrative around emotions that did not originate in you. This mechanism was first documented in a laboratory in Parma in 1992, mapped by Elaine Hatfield, and its consequences described by William Mikes. What they found constitutes the most disturbing finding in social neuroscience, not because of what it says about emotion, but about the individual self. Parma, 1992. A macaque monkey was seated in a research chair. The experiment was studying motor control. The monkey reached for food. The target neurons fired. Standard result. But then a researcher in the room reached for food. The monkey did not move, and the same neurons fired anyway. Giacomo Rizzolatti and his team had found mirror neurons. The brain did not distinguish between doing and watching. Observing another agent's action ran a simulation through the observer's own motor system. The human brain, without instruction or consent, was running other people's actions through its own motor architecture in real time. It extends to emotions. Observing pain activated pain processing regions in the observer. The simulation does not stay in motor regions. It propagates into physiological systems. Elaine Hatfield mapped emotional contagion, the automatic, continuous synchronization of facial expressions and postures. This mimicry is not decorative. Produces the emotion. The body state comes first, the felt emotion follows. If the body state is being driven by mimicry, then the emotion you feel is not yours. You are not absorbing emotions. You are running simulations of their nervous systems inside your own, and then mistaking the output for your authentic state. Now, layer 3, the fundamental attribution error. When we experience an emotional state, we do not search for its environmental origin. We assign it to ourselves. We build a narrative. This is how I feel. Therefore, this is who I am. The mirror neurons deliver the signal. The contagion mechanism runs it through your physiology. The attribution architecture ensures you take ownership of the result. The Tanganyika epidemic lasted because people stayed in environments where the signal was strongest. The question is whether the people generating the signals you run through your physiology are people whose internal states you would choose to inhabit. Because what you have been calling yourself was, to a degree, that neuroscience has now made specific, assembled from them.